guys, it's 8 o'clock. Sav and I are on the move. We slept in one of these olive groves last night, and this morning, very cold, just above 30 degrees. Through the night and into this morning, there's a lot of condensation, which makes it really difficult kind of packing up in the morning, just because everything is wet. Rolling up the tent, everything is wet. I have these sealskin gloves, which are waterproof and kind of my lifesaver for when it's a little bit colder and everything is covered in this condensation. My hands, my fingers in beneath them are still really aching from the cold, but they're dry, which is the key point. If they're dry, then I'm okay. Years ago, I would pack up my camp when it's wet, and my fingers would just be aching with the wet and the cold. And so to have these makes it bearable. But up ahead today, looks like a lot of villages, a lot of nothing. I'm not really sure. We got to go uphill a little bit. We're going up over there. And then maybe today we're going to head down in this valley, but should be pretty empty day, pretty quiet country road walking. We'll see. So Sav and I are pushing up through these olive groves, and it's very beautiful. And it looks like on the other side there are some really old trees. And then I see this one grave in the middle of the olive groves. Look at this. It's so beautiful with the red earth and the green olive leaves, and then this one grave. I don't know what happened here, but it's a beautiful spot to be put at rest. Unmarked too. A little water there, but unmarked in the olive grove. So I'm in town right now and running very low on water. And this guy on the donkey right there and his son started talking to him. And I was asking him where water was. And there's no water in town. The mosque doesn't have any water. This fountain right here is dry. But he's going to fill it up for me at his house. So super nice. Need it. I was down to about this much water. With my new friend, just asked for some water, and they're nice enough to bring us some chai and some olives. Super nice guys. Feeding me before I get going. Just met a nice guy, just pulling away. A young guy, spoke a little English, and he hooked me up with a bunch of fruit. Just a lot of good people today, meeting a lot of friendly people. And it's gonna be a great lunch later. I got some kakis, a pomegranate, and some grapes. It's 1 o'clock right now, and so far I've walked 17 kilometers, which is a little over 10 miles. So basically nothing today. A little while back, I asked this guy for water, and then he invited me for chai. So I sat out there with chai, but I didn't know he called the cops as well. The cops are really prevalent in Turkey, especially in this part of Turkey, which is close to the Syrian border. The cops are always super nice, but I get stopped by them probably twice a week or so. And in this case, it was this whole thing. I thought I was just stopping for a minute to get some water. Ended up having chai, some olives, some bread, It was this nice situation. The cop comes and he asks for my paperwork and asks to see all my things. So it ended up just being like this whole hour-long kind of process. I did have a great little snack though with those olives and bread, but I'm at 17 kilometers. I'm not that beat up about it. Normally I would be really rushing because I'd be on a schedule, but right now there's no schedule. So even if I only walk to 25 kilometers, which is like 15 miles a day, you know, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. Don't have anywhere to be. Getting towards the end of the day, and Sav and I are pushing over this mountain pass. It's not super high, but it's pretty steep. We have probably 1 hour until we crest, and then from there, steep descent down to a valley, and then we'll climb back up probably later tomorrow. But thankfully, getting some shade because the sun is so low. We have about 2 more hours of sunlight. Probably we'll crest this thing, find a place to camp, and that'll be the day. But thankful to be doing this towards the end of the day when it's a little bit cooler. Makes it a lot easier. Just about made it to the top of this pass. Sweating pretty good. It was a good workout. Can't really see it, but there's a valley down there that we're gonna descend to tomorrow. For now, with the sun almost down, just time to find a place to sleep. End of another day. There's the girl enjoying her dentist stick. We have a good campsite tonight. Got the tent here in this pine forest, and we have a great view. There you go. Great view of the mountain ridges. Yeah, it was a pretty short day. We walked 30 kilometers towards the end, really pushing uphill, and I'm feeling it now. So I'm really glad to stop. I'm super hungry. I cannot wait for this pasta. Really tired today, I think, because a lot of it, all day pretty much, we were just walking up and down, and obviously that's a lot more energy, a lot more tiring than when I'm just walking flat plains. So my legs are really feeling it. Definitely gonna sleep great tonight. We also have a good spot here where no one can really see us. There's no sight lines in. I haven't heard any cars, I haven't heard any people in probably an hour of walking. So it's gonna be super quiet. I have cell service, which is nice. And yeah, gonna cook this pasta and then just relax.